What's up everyone, this is EdTalenti. How are you guys doing? So I've been planning this video for a while, but I've been kind of dreading to make it because I just don't want to be that guy that's like, you listen to me, I know everything, you know nothing, you're making all these mistakes, so listen to this guy. This is not about that at all. These are just things that, I put together during, my experience as a producer online and like a social media person or whatever. And these are mistakes that I've made multiple times and that I hope I can stop you from making with this video. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, here we go. Let's get right into it. So the first thing is, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I've been in the producer and artist and hip hop community for quite a bit now, especially on Instagram, but also on YouTube and a little bit on Facebook. I've also been doing one-on-one sessions on Skype with producers and with artists. And with all this, I'm starting to see some patterns here. I'm starting to see mistakes that a lot of people are making that I think are pretty easy fixes. They're mostly about changing your mindset. So I decided to compile this list of 5 things that I think are the most important ones. And I hope this will bring you some value and I hope it will help you out. Let's get right into it. The first one is stop thinking about gear, or even worse, stop blaming gear for your failures. This applies to both artists and producers. Now we're in 2019, so gear and moving on, gear is gonna get less and less important, because everybody can make music, high quality music, right in their bedroom. All you need is a laptop or a computer in general, which everybody, almost everybody has already, and you need a DAW. Once you have those 2 things, you don't need anything else. You can start making music right away, and you can learn, and you can practice, and you can get good. If you even go back 50 or 60 years, we don't have computers. We don't have personal computers. So you do need to go into an expensive studio, and the person that owns the studio is probably the only person in the town that has all that cool gear that you need in order to make a song. So he's gonna work a lot already just by having the gear. But in this day and age, it's not about that. I've seen artists make great songs, great quality songs, just with the earbuds, with the little Apple headphones, just singing into the little microphone. If the product is good, if the song is good, if your performance is good, you can get away with a lot. You don't need a lot of gear. Us producers are even worse than artists when it comes to this stuff. We're always like, man, if I had that VST, I would sound just like my favorite producer. Or, man, if I had that synthesizer that's $3 grand, I would be the greatest producer in the world. I just don't have it, because I don't have that synthesizer. See, now I'm not a good producer. The sooner you get out of that mentality and you get rid of this weight that it's gear, the sooner you realize you can make all the music you want with a computer and a DAW. Number 2 is stop planning and start doing. I see so many people making these big plans and they never get started. I want to grow a YouTube channel, but I'm not making videos. I want to sell beats, but I'm not making beats, or I'm not posting beats, or I'm not building my brand. And the reason why a lot of people do that, and I'm guilty of that myself, I've done it so many times in the past, it's because we don't think it's good enough. I have to shoot with my phone and the quality is not there. My videos don't look as good as that guy's. It's not about that. It's not about that. You have to get started. And this is why. Because the first thing you're going to put out, whether it's music, it's a video, whatever we're talking about, it's going to be bad. There's no way around it. Nobody starts at a level where they're already great. You have to start somewhere, right? And there's no better place to start than right now. And there are mistakes that you're going to have to make, and there are things that you're going to have to learn through experience. So the sooner you start, the sooner you eliminate that time distance, the sooner you can get to where you want to be. So if you don't have a camera, you want to make a video, all you have is a phone, use a phone. The video will be blurry, the angle will be shit because you haven't practiced it yet, you haven't learned how to, place the lights and all that. That's fine. At least you got it out of the way. The sooner you get out of the way, the bad stuff, the sooner you can get to the good stuff. Number 3, which is kind of connected to the one I just said, but it's a little bit different. It's identify your goal, identify your message, and stick with it. The sooner you define what you want to do, the easier the path is going to be, and the clearer the path is going to be. So what do you want to do? Do you want to become a famous rapper? Do you want to sell as many beats as you can and make a ton of money by leasing beats? Do you want to work with big artists and you want to become a major producer? Do you want to become a DJ? What do you want to do? The sooner you identify this final goal for yourself, the sooner all the things that are going to come at you, all the little decisions like the daily things are going to become a lot easier, because you're going to have to answer one question and one question only. And is this getting me closer to my final goal? Is that when you have a clear message like that you're trying to deliver to the outside world, it's like, I want to be this and this is how I'm going to put myself out there, the sooner people can grasp onto it. If your message is not clear in your head, how are you going to communicate it to another person? Imagine if you get in the car with a friend and he's supposed to give you directions, right? And the first thing he says when he walks into the car is, yeah, man, I got it. I know exactly where to go. You just follow my lead. I'll tell you when to turn. We'll get there in no time. You trust him now, right? You're like, okay, I can follow this guy. He seems like he knows what he's doing. He seems like he knows where he's going. If you get in the car with the same guy, but the first thing he says, it's like, well, I remember going right, but then it was left. Wait, was it left or right? Yeah, I think it was left. I think it was left. Now you don't trust him so much. And now you're going to be like, you know what, man, I'm just going to pull out Google Maps and we'll just go with the maps because it's, you're a good friend, but I don't really trust you on this one. That's exactly how it would go down. And this is kind of the same way. Number 4 is use feedback to your advantage. And I kind of talked about this in a video in the past, but I'm going to bring it up again because it's so important. One of the biggest benefits of the internet is that people can be brutally honest with you, right? You don't have to show your stuff to your family or friends, and they're always going to be like, there's always going to be this layer of like, I want to be nice to you. When you're on the internet, you don't have that. These people are total strangers. So they will be brutally honest with you. They will tell you if your hair looks stupid, even stuff that doesn't really matter. They will tell you anything. Now, you could take that 2 ways. There's one way, which I think is super wrong, and I see a lot of people taking it that way, and it's getting hurt, like taking it personally. It's like, oh, he didn't like my beat. Wow, then, he's stupid. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, oh, that person's stupid. I'm going to write a mean comment to him or something. That is the biggest mistake you can ever make. Because if somebody is telling you something, there's probably some truth behind it. He might have presented it in a harsh way. He might have presented it in a very negative and not constructive way. If he said that beat sounded bad, maybe there's some truth behind it. And try to break down, decipher that troll message that he sent you. Try to decipher it and see what he meant with it. Why did he think that beat was bad? Was it the drums? Was it the sounds? Was it just your vibe on camera? What is it? What is it that made him hate you so much? And the sooner you can figure that out, the sooner you can start fixing it and improving on that and using that as feedback rather than somebody just to get mad at. So yeah, try to never let feedback hurt you and try to actually turn it around and turn it into something that you can apply to your stuff and make it better for next time. Number 5, and I can't believe we're still talking about this in 2019, is quit spamming. Don't spam. So many people, artists, producers, everybody is just spamming. I'm on Instagram a lot, and if you go through my comments on there, there's a lot of people that are just spamming their stuff. Check out my stuff. Go on my page. Oh, this is a cool beat, but you should check out my beat. Or even worse, I've gotten people on a beat that I made saying hit me up for beats. And it's like, dude, did you even watch the video? Are you asking me to buy your beats? Do you see the problem there? It doesn't make any sense. So the easiest way to get yourself cut off from the community, to get yourself hated by everyone around you, is to spam. One way that I try to see all this stuff that's on the internet is to try to bring it back to real life, because ultimately we're still people and we should still interact like people. So imagine you're at a party, right? And the person that made the original post is the host of the party. It's the owner of the house. All the people that are commenting, all the people that are liking, those are all the guests, right? Those are all the guests of the party. So everybody's at the party, right? And people are talking about the owner's house, which in this case is the post. They're all checking out ooh, look at that. Look what it did with the house. That's really cool. I've never been here. Wow, wow, wow. They're all talking about the house. And all of a sudden, you, the spammer, you barge into the door and you scream, yesterday I did the coolest thing ever and I want you all to know about it. How would that feel in a real life situation? That would be awful, right? Everybody would be like, what? We had these good vibes going on. I was having this conversation with this person, and now you just interrupted everything and just started screaming about something that's totally unrelated and that just has to do with you and nobody else. So yeah, it's 2019. I feel like we should be over this, but do not spam ever. Do not spam. All right, I think I made my point clear. All right, that was the last one for today. I hope you guys got some value from this video. I hope you had a good time watching it, and yeah. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to add on to this or any points that you want to talk about, just write it in the comments and I'd be more than happy to get into conversations with you guys and talk about this. Before you leave, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. I'm posting consistently. I haven't done one of these talking videos in a while, but I do some of these, I do some cookups, I do some tutorials, I do all kinds of stuff. So check it out, and thank you for your support. Also, if you want to hit me out directly, whether it's a question or you just want to say hi or whatever it is, Instagram is the best place to do it. Just shoot me a DM, and as soon as I can, I will respond to you. All right, I guess this is it for today. Thank you guys for watching the video. I'll see you next time, and as always, be positive, and positive things will happen.